because it wasn't just like, I mean, nobody should take a child away from anybody, but that they did that to me was a really big deal. It's like, it would be like this. It would be like, um, a race car driver who's been raised by the government to be a race car driver. And their whole life they've been racing cars. And they're getting money from racing cars. That's their job, their livelihood. They love cars. I mean, cars are their life. They love it. And then all of a sudden one day, they're working on their own car project, and it's going to be the Grand Prix, or like some huge race, like the epitome of their life, and everything that they've ever worked for and trained for, and all of this love and hope that they'd had in that sport. They get to focus all of that energy into this great race. And all of a sudden, somebody comes up and says, we're taking your car. Actually, we're going to take all your cars, and we're going to take your driver's license, and we're going to take your house too, because we know you won't like the fact that we're taking your car and telling you can't be in this race after we trained you for it all these years of your life. And we're not going to tell you what we want to use you for instead, but it's something you're not going to like as much. And we're going to torture you until you're desperate and broken down enough to pretty much accept whatever we have to offer you. But guess what? You're not going to get your car back. And you're not going to get your license back. And guess what? Even though this is what you've loved your entire life, you will never drive again. I mean, I'm sure that no race car driver is driven to tears by this really laughable story about what horrible things can be done to people. But it wasn't just like taking anybody's car away from them. They took my livelihood from me, they took my passion from me, and they took my son. They took my right to my own child away from me. After they used me with their kids for decades. It's like taking a kid out of their house, or like training them for the Olympics. And their entire life they're being driven hard to, and people are taking jobs, accepting jobs on their behalf for them to be in the Olympics. And they really decide, they start to love it, and they decide this is really great. And they realize that they're talented at it, they're very good. In fact, they're among the best. They are in the very top. They are at the top. And they're going to go to the Olympics now. And then, guess what? At the Olympics, their own government, the same government that forced them into all of that hard work, all of that time, and promised some kind of a payoff or, satisfactory reward at the end. Just normal life. All of a sudden, their government tells them, you're not going to be in the Olympics. And we have this person to take your place instead. And in fact, you're not going to do anything except coach preschoolers on how to run, or how to jump hurdles, or do the long jump, or the high jump, or gymnastics, or whatever. And it's not like you made that choice for yourself. Boy, this would be really fun to teach preschoolers. And I guess I don't want to try to get any kind of compensation or reward or pleasure or anything out of all this work that I've been working at, or something that I really love doing. No, they lead you up to the water for over 20 years, and then they tell you you can't drink any of that water, and then they torture you, and then tell you if you want to do something and not be tortured, you can teach our little brats. You know, I'm really tired of the brats, because those brats never grew up, and a lot of them are sitting in offices watching me while I make this video.